Welcome to Dwarf Fortress, and welcome to the channel. I am Twisted Logic. After this video, your fortress is going to be rich beyond its wildest dreams. Now, a lot of people are going to tell you to make rock crafts on repeat. Those people are wrong. We have a trade depot here with a human caravan, okay, and we have wagons. So once the fortress reaches a certain nobility level, the civilizations will start bringing wagons in to trade, and you need a 3x3 area for the wagons to travel to the depot. Now, we don't have a broker set up, and you kind of want a broker. So a broker is a member of the nobility that has skills like judge of intent, negotiator, liar, and appraiser, and a couple other skills as well. So we're going to assign a broker. So if I go to the nobles and administrators menu here, somewhere down the list we have a broker position right here. And if I click on that, we're going to have different relevant skills of the dwarves. Zast here is the mayor, and he is a legendary negotiator because he has been my broker in the past. Now, if I come down in the list maybe to somebody with no relevant skills like Dayton. Dayton is now the broker, okay? So the broker position doesn't require anything special. They don't need an office or anything. They're just appointed the broker. And then we go back to the trade depot here, and we see that Dayton is dumping an item, and he can currently access the depot, okay? So if we click on move goods to and from the depot, now we have access to our stocks inventory. So whatever's in a stockpile here, we can move to and from the depot. If we wanted to move pipe sections, we can move that specific pipe sections we wanted to. So this is a good way to get rid of things that you don't want in your fortress. Like, for instance, down here I made way too many bookcases. But also you have to keep in mind the weight of the items. Once they bring the wagons in, you don't have to worry too much about the weight. Now, a lot of people are going to tell you to make rock crafts on repeat. Those people are wrong, okay? I have a notification up here. Meng Tudturul has cooked a masterpiece. Work orders. Prepare a lavish meal. And we're making 75 lavish meals, and the condition of that is amount of unrotten prepared meals available is less than 150. Okay, now let me go back to the trading screen here, move goods to and from the depot, and we're going to go to barrels. We're going to sort by value, and then I'm just going to come down here in the list. See all these value barrels, it says 2,000 with a question mark. This is because the broker skill is low. When the broker skill is low, his appraising skill particularly, they don't know the exact value of that barrel. So we're going to reinstate Zasset as the broker. Legendary negotiator, expert intimidator, and legendary consoler, okay? And now we're going back in, barrels, and we're going to come down the list here. And you can see the value of the barrels jumped up, and there's no longer a question mark here, because Zasset knows exactly how much each one of these barrels are worth. And now if I click into this prepared food item barrel that contains 2 items, we have a cat tallow roast with 35 servings and a blueberry roast with 20 servings. Look at the value of these items. Lavish meals use 5 different food items to create, and they're listed as roasts. Now you should still make rock crafts, because that rock crafts are going to make your dwarfs happy when they acquire a new item. Okay, and now let's request the broker at the depot. Currently, Zasset is drinking. We're just going to wait for him to arrive. We're still waiting for a couple more items, but we can go to trade now. And look at this list that I have over here on my side. Food barrel items. Now, I can't click in to see what's in the barrel on the trade screen here, but they're about 5,000 each. This one's up almost 7,000 for this prepared food barrel with 3 items in it. And then we have some extra bookcases and stuff that we don't want. Okay, so if I mark everything on my side for trade, the value is 175,000. Now on their side, I usually start at the bottom. Now we might be able to mark everything as trade, but I don't want all of their stuff. Yeah, so it's the trader profit here, almost 80,000. And so they will accept that if I just mark everything as trade, but I don't want all their stuff. So I'm going to unmark, and I start at the bottom. We don't need any sheets or codexes right now. I do take all the scrolls and books they have. and these go to my library that I have set up. From the humans here, these items here, the bone knife, the ladle, and the cauldron, those, you don't need those in your fortress, and they don't really have a use, but you can melt them down if you want to. We can take all these crutches if we want, and also all these splints, so that way the carpentry team doesn't have to make it. But the most important thing to do in all of the trades when you're trading food like this is to get all of their food. So these pieces of cheese at value 50, we're taking every single one of those, and we're going to be turning those cheese into masterwork food items. We're also going to take all of their serrated discs, but that's just for the minecart gun. So I'm not going to take any backpacks from them right now, because right now the UI for the military screen to tell the dwarves whether or not they should carry food is not part of the game, so it's missing. It's a UI element that's missing, so we're not taking those backpacks because they're just going to be dropping food everywhere. And these large pieces of clothing the dwarves can't wear because they're not dwarf size, they're human size. But we can take all the yarn here. And then this is another important part right here, leaves and fruit. We're going to take all of those. All the leaves and fruit that they have, and all the plants, and all the fish, and all of their meats, everything there. Iron anvils I can take to melt down, but I haven't set up anvil melting yet. All their large gems we're taking. Oh, they got a gold ring here. We'll take that. Their earrings we're gonna take. The dwarves are gonna. One of the dwarves is gonna pick up that gold ring, maybe, and then get happy thoughts from acquiring a new item. Same with the figurine. And then some of the flour bags here. I don't want to take too many bags, so I'm just gonna take the flour bags. I may take some sand bags so that way we don't have to waste time collecting sand to make glass. Red bean bag, we're taking that. Mittens here, anything with large, they're not going to be able to wear, so we're going to skip all that. But we could take some of this iron to melt. All of their shields and bucklers we can use. So we're going to take all that, as well as their weapons, any weapons they have. So any of the foreign weapons here, we can use those. Morning stars, flails. We can melt them down if we wanted, but we can also give it to a dwarf to train with, and they can maybe be a master. The halberds as well, we can use those. Pretty much any of these weapons we can also shoot out of a cannon too. We're going to take every single one of these picks right here, and then eventually we'll melt down everything that's not steel. Got some silver warhammer here. This is silver warhammer is like the best weapon versus undead, because instead of chopping an arm off and an arm reanimates, you pulverize the arm, and then it can never reanimate. And we got a copper whip here too. Excellent. Now I have too many buckets as it is, and now we're at the good stuff, the beer barrels. So we're gonna take all the beer they have, all the milk they have, and all the wine and rum, whatever they have here that's not venom and not an empty. If you're only making like mushroom wine out of everything and that's the only thing they drink, they're gonna get really bored about it. And now we're up to the animals here. I'm gonna skip the cardinal, and I'm only gonna take like birds and the big stuff. But that's your preference. If you want a pet cardinal, go for it. Alpaca, cat, yak, and one-humped camel. Most of that'll get slaughtered. And then we have the toys here for the children. And then right here, these are the instruments that are ready to go. They're like the hand carry instruments. They all have generated names, so every fortress that you go to, these names are going to be different depending on the world seed. And we're taking all these hand instruments, all these cut gems here we're taking, and we're taking every single piece of metal they have as far as bars go. And you see our value, we have such a trader profit here that it doesn't matter, so we're going to trade. Excellent. The merchants from Anarapisor have embarked on their journey, so they're packing up to leave. And all of my dwarves are going to come and bring those items to the stockpile. And then once it looks like they're finished, I'm going to click on the trade depot again and go in this list here. And maybe this list is going to be full of armor, and then I'm going to realize that I don't have an armor stockpile. Yes, Meng has created another Masterpiece, dog meat roast. Excellent. Thank you very much for watching, and subscribe for more videos.